Hello, guys. Today's episode is going to be one of storytelling. I'm going to share a little experience I have with Ghanaians here abroad in the diaspora in the country of Belgium. And there is no better time to share this story looking at the fact that Ghana just celebrated its Independence Day. So we are still in the celebration festive mood. And on occasions like these, it's very nice to look back on the things that Ghana has been able to do and achieve. But more importantly, for us living in the diaspora, it is also nice to highlight some of the things that we Ghanaians in the diaspora have been able to achieve in our communities. So I'm going to look at one major achievement that Ghanaians in the country Belgium, in the city of Ghent, have been able to achieve. Do you know that there is a Ghanaian hospital in Ghent? This is something I have known over the years, but I never really looked into it, nor did I ever think of going to, visit this hospital. But I always knew that there is this Ghanaian hospital in Ghent because I always overhear conversations of my Ghanaian aunties and uncles talking about this hospital. So I always knew that, there is this Ghanaian hospital in Ghent. But personally, I don't want anything to do with hospitals in as much as I love healthcare workers. No interest in hospitals at all. And come to think of it, it is very logical that there will be a Ghanaian hospital in Ghent because if you look at the city of Ghent, it has a huge Ghanaian community. So if the Ghanaian community has come together and established a hospital, then it's amazing. So this is something I had always known through the conversations that my aunties and uncles have been having. So over the years, even without asking anything about this hospital, I have always known that there is this hospital. And this hospital is called Yam Pamfe. And if you are not a Ghanaian, you will not understand the Ghanaian nature of this name. Because Yam Pamfe are three words that are put together. You have Ya, you have Impa, and then you have Infe. And Ya is a name given to a female Thursday born. So a Ghanaian female born on Thursday is called Ya, so Y-A-A. And then Impa is M-P-A, which means bed. And you can easily connect a bed with a hospital. It's not rocket science to make the connection. And then you have Infi, which is NFI. It's a part of your body, which is your rib. So over the years, they will be having conversations and then they will make mention of this hospital called Yam Pamfe. Yam Pamfe. So I anytime I hear it, I'm like, oh, okay, this Ghanaian hospital. So I never gave it much thought or attention until something really tragic happened recently. Unfortunately, a little over a year ago, one of our little angels passed on. May her soul continue to rest in perfect peace. And there was this whole discussion about the nature of, how she died, because apparently she was admitted to this hospital, Yam Pamfe, and they probably did not do their job well or something. And so there was this whole discussion that they could have done better and this and that. And so in that period, the name Yam Pamfe, it came up again. So I begin to hear it even more often than I was used to hearing it. So I heard it, Yam Pamfe. This was in conversations amongst, my elderly Ghanaians, the aunties and the uncles. And so I was having a conversation with some youths, and they were talking about, this hospital, and they mentioned a different name. They said Jan Palfijn. And I was like, is this a different hospital or is the same hospital they are talking about? But in that conversation, I did not really give it much attention. So I got home and then, I took my computer and I decided to go and search this hospital, this Ghanaian hospital that, I've been hearing over the years, but I've never really looked into it. I said, okay, let me finally look into it. So I literally went on Google. I typed in Yam Pamfe. Nothing, no results. I'm like, Google, what are you doing? I typed in Yam Pamfe again. There was nothing, no results. And then I decided to type the Jan Palfijn that I heard from, those young people I was talking to about the same thing. And so I typed in Jan Palfijn. And then immediately I saw this huge hospital in Ghent. It was a general hospital named after somebody called Jan Palfijn. So I saw this hospital and I'm like, so is this the hospital that these people were talking about? And so I was like, nah, the way I've been hearing this yam pamphing, maybe I did not spell it well, so let me go and check it again. I tried everything. I did not see yam pamphing anywhere. And I came to the realization that it was actually Jan Palfane that they were calling yam pamphing over the years. The day I found out, I was so shocked. I felt like I've been betrayed. I felt like it was like the greatest deception that I ever fell for. Because how? How can you create a name out of an already existing name? I mean, I was just thinking about it. Jan Pamfe, Jan Palfane, Jan Pamfe, Jan Palfane, Jan Pamfe, Jan Palfane. They don't even sound alike. So how? I was so shocked. I was so shocked and I was like, no, this cannot be. This hospital must exist. It must be somewhere. So please. I still cannot believe. I'm still recovering from this, actually. I'm still recovering from this. Because it's been more than a decade that I thought there was a Ghanaian hospital in Ghent, but because of my disinterest in hospitals, I never really looked into it. So for me to find out that this hospital that they are talking about is actually a Belgian hospital, oh my goodness. I was like, wow, our Ghanaians aunties and uncles. Jan Pamfe, Jan Palfane. Jan Pamfe, Jan Palfane. How? They don't even sound alike. So, like, is this a Ghanaian thing? Like, are we the only ones that, mispronounce things, or we make it's nah, I'm yet to recover from this. Oh, I was so disappointed because I really thought there was a Ghanaian hospital in Ghent. I mean, there need not to be a Ghanaian hospital in Ghent, but just the idea of there being a Ghanaian hospital in Ghent was something that I always thought was real. I mean, I thought it was there. So for me to find out that this alleged Ghanaian hospital is actually not an hospital, or is not even a Ghanaian hospital, but we have just Ghanaianized the name of a Belgian hospital is just crazy for me. So when I found out, I was really shocked. I was really shocked. And at this point, I think that hospital needs to come. I think the Ghanaian community in Belgium needs to come together and establish this Jan Pamphine hospital. We need to do so as soon, because that's the only way my soul will find rest. Because like I said, I haven't recovered from this. That hospital, Jan Pamphine, that my aunties and uncles have been saying over the years, that hospital has to come to reality. Otherwise, I don't think I will find peace. I will not find peace. So my Ghanaian community in the city of Ghent especially, please come together and establish this hospital. If you can't do a hospital, at least do a clinic. Yeah, do a clinic, because this cannot be. It can't be possible. Like, I cannot have believed in a lie. This must be true. Like, this has to come to pass. Jan Pamphine Hospital, or Jan Pamphine Clinic, however you want to call it. It will be a major achievement. It will be one of the things worth celebrating. So each and every seats match, we will also be celebrating this Jan Pamphine. Okay. Yeah, that's how it has to be, because hey. Jan Pamphine, Jan Palfane, Jan Pamphine, they don't sound alike. So over the years I had been deceived, and this actually is my fault though. At the end of the day, the moral of the story is, don't take things at face value, because over the years I've overheard conversations where they make mention of this Jan Pamphine. And based on those hearings, I have just concluded that there is a Ghanaian hospital because how they pronounce it is so Ghanaian that it has to be a Ghanaian hospital. And so I did not look into it. I only believed from hearing what they said, didn't do my research, didn't try to, locate this hospital or something until years later. I found out that this hospital they are talking about is actually a Belgian hospital. Wow. The shock when I found out, Ghanaians, you owe me a hospital. You owe me a Yam Pamphine hospital. Ghanaians in Belgium, Ghanaians in Ghent, my aunties and my uncles, please, you owe me a hospital called Yam Pamphine. That's the only way I'll find peace. So please make it happen. Make it happen. Okay. Yeah. That's it for today. Just let me know in the comment section if I was the only person who was, dealing with this, or who thought that there was a Ghanaian hospital in Ghent. Was I the only person who was hearing the name Yam Pamphine, or there were others too? So that we will, yeah, because it's not possible. It's not possible that it's just me hearing Yam Pamphine. You might have heard it as well, but probably you knew that with Yam Pamphine, they were referring to Jan Palfane. But me, again, no interest in hospitals and those kind of things. So hearing Yam Pamphine, hey, this is by far the greatest deception ever. Please, my Ghanaian community in Ghent, do the due diligence and bring this hospital to life. The hospital called Yam Pamphine. Okay? Please do that. Do that. So that next time we will have something to celebrate. This was supposed to be a celebration, but yeah. So just let me know if this is something typical Ghanaian or it's something more universal. Like the ability to take a word that already exists and make something totally different out of it, just mispronounce it in a way that it will sound totally different than what it actually is. Is it a Ghanaian thing? I really want to know. Does it happen within other cultures and nationalities? Because the way my Ghanaian aunties and uncles were like, Yam Pamphine over the years, the confidence with which they said Yam Pamphine, and for me to find out that there is no such thing as Yam Pamphine, I was like, hey. I really can't. I really can't. So, Ghanaians will always be Ghanaians. Proud to be a Ghanaian, proud of my heritage, proud of my people. But just let me know what you think about it. And yeah, that was it for today's episode. You know the drill. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, share, comment, like, and just engage with the content, because we really depend on you for our growth. So please help us out. Vision Panorama is also officially on TikTok with the name Vision Panorama. As you already know, we are on Instagram by the name Vision Panorama Official, and then on YouTube by the name Vision Panorama. So thank you so much for tuning in, and hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.